This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. I am Rajni Jain. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I would like to welcome you all to this online meeting. Please take a moment to review the guidelines for this online meeting posted in the chat window. I now request the moderator, Mr. Lakshmipati, to introduce the speaker and start the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rajini. Good evening, everyone. I am Lakshmipati and I'll be moderating this meeting. Agricultureinformation.com likes to welcome to this meeting Dr. Sunila Kumari, the co-founder and CEO of DragonFlora Farms LLP, Bhiwani, Haryana. Dr. Sunila Kumari will be speaking on the topic current status and potential of dragon fruit farming in India. I now request the speaker to begin. Dr. Sunila, can you please go over to this slideshow mode?
Yes, sir. Actually, are my slides visible now, sir?
It is visible, but it will be better if you go to the slideshow mode. It was there earlier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Please go ahead.
So, first of all, thank you very much, sir, for providing me this opportunity to interact with today's audience and share my current topic today. So, as you all of you know, that this dragon fruit is, it suddenly the search on Google for this dragon fruit has suddenly increased, and especially in India, after means like recently, some 2-3 months back, when our honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, talked about it. Suddenly, there was all around. There were questions coming up, groups were formed, and instructions were made to various institutes working on dragon fruit to have some long-term goals and some research. It all started, and so today I'm going to it is just an introductory informatory presentation today. We are only focusing on to understand what is the current status, what is the potential, what can be done, what is the way ahead for dragon fruit industry in India. So here is a little bit about my company. I have a registered firm, DragonFlora Farms LLP, and I'm very proud to share that it is the only registered and a government recognized firm in India which is headed by a technical expert, that is myself, a PhD horticulture, and we are very proud to say that we have been incubated at Indira Gandhi Agriculture University under Government of India's Raftar program, and we got their guidance and we have got grant in aid for processing dragon fruits. So what exactly this dragon fruit is? There are so many names for this dragon fruit. Recently there were some news that Gujarat government has changed the name to Kamalam, and it is also known as a blossoming pear and pitaya. So many different names are there. So especially in the era of this pandemic, where people are looking for things which are immunity boosters or which can like increase their health index, and the published papers on the nutraceutical properties of dragon fruit, so it has all attracted, and this fruit has come in limelight, especially during the last 2 to 3 years. Farmers in Indian states like Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, they have already taken up its cultivation. Government of Telangana and Mizoram, they are providing subsidies, and lot of promotional activities have been there. So the area in these two states have increased rapidly, and now other governments are also trying to compile the data so that they can also support the farmers to take up this very beneficial crop. Here we can see different stages of this crop, like how it looks like. This is for the audience who are viewing it for first time. Here in the bottom left side, it is a new plantation. Because it is a vine, it requires a supporting structure for it. So usually in India, we use like concrete pillars for it. There are two different systems. One is this individual poles, and nowadays we are also using the trellis method. And on above you can see a mature field in flowering, And the top right corner, it is in full-fledged tree laden with ripe fruits. It is well established as a new crop in Australia, China, Israel, Malaysia, Taiwan, Vietnam, and it is also now upcoming in India also. Although till now we are very, very insignificant on the world's map. These are the four kind of varieties or segregations. Although there are more than 300 type of registered varieties, the list can be even more vasting. But these are the major types. Especially in India, especially the red flesh or the pink flesh varieties, they have more demand. This yellow outer cover and white flesh varieties are very costly. Till now, we don't have any established commercial farms in India, and the cost is also very high. So this white flesh and the red flesh varieties, these are commonly adopted by Indian farmers. According to dragonfruit.net.vn, the demand in global market is mainly owing to the information available on dragon fruit's nutraceutical properties. So, like there are published medical reports which claims that regular consumption of dragon fruit, it can reduce or normalize your insulin level, like type 2 diabetes can be cured with it. It is also helpful for the cancer patients, especially the patients which are undergoing chemotherapy. So it is claimed that there are certain nutraceutical properties in dragon fruit which can protect the patient from the bad effects of chemotherapy or the radiations. So this is a look on how we can see that one papaya, at 48% dietary fiber is available. It is based on the daily value. Like if every day we eat one dragon fruit, these are like tons of benefits which we can harvest. It's like high content in magnesium, calcium. So especially we can see that we can use it as a baby food, and also it is very, very good for the senior citizens or people who have constipation or other clonal related problems due to its high dietary fiber presence. So now, like, why India? We'll also discuss this matter in the slides ahead, but we have the required climate. So what kind of climate we require? It needs ample sunlight. It requires longer sunshine hours. It requires fairly lesser humid climate. We have huge land masses which can be utilized for its cultivation because it requires less irrigation water as compared to other popular horticultural crops being adopted in India currently. Also, when we compare with the other developed countries, the cost of cultivation is in India, it is still lesser. So that gives us an weightage over other countries, and it makes India a potential hub for taking dragon fruit on a larger scale commercial productions. Also, as it is a hardy crop, it can survive any type of climatic conditions, favorable for flowering and fruiting, and the soil conditions providing good drainage. Only the temperature shouldn't be very extreme, like below 17 degree and above 47 degree. Although these temperature ranges are not congenial for any or most of the fruit crops, so wherever any other fruit can survive, especially these arid and subtropical crops, there this dragon fruit can also thrive very well. So now we'll have a look at the current status in world and India. See, this presentation or these pictures we have taken from the internet from various sources. Many of them are government websites and many of them are private blogs and articles. The reference is given at the end of this slide. So here we can see that this is the original map which I received. Here we cannot see any mark on India actually. So we are currently non-significant when it is when the production is concerned. So the aim of DragonFlora is to make India a global leader. And as we have discussed that there is huge potential which justify this dream. So if we work systematically, it can be achieved. So as I mentioned earlier also, recently, after Honorable Prime Minister mentioned in Mann Ki Baat, so suddenly there were a lot of activities, especially the scientific activities, And one of the outcome is this beautiful compilation by National Institute of Abiotic Stress Management. They made many WhatsApp groups, they interviewed many individual farmers, entrepreneurs, researchers, and they have compiled all the data recently in this book. And whatever tables and other data we are using in this presentation, they have been, most of them have been taken by this compilation, as this is a recent one. So here we can see the major dragon fruit producing countries. Vietnam is on top. It is a leader. Although we visited Vietnam in 2019, and I met a lot of self-help groups there, and we try to understand like how Vietnam is a leader, what in what way they are doing the production and other things. So a very beautiful thing which I found there, which is common between Vietnam and India, is the self-help group. They have these cooperative societies, and because it's the cost of establishment is a little bit higher as compared to other crops. So unlike in India, as we have all these, FPOs concept is there, self-help groups are there for other crops, like we have Maha grapes in Maharashtra, and we have Sapota groups in Gujarat. So likewise in Vietnam also, they have these self-help groups, and especially women are very actively engaged in it. And that is how they are doing it on a large scale. Like there we have kilometers of the fields there. So the next bigger producer is the China, and China is also one of the largest consumers of dragon fruit. Like they believe that consuming dragon fruit, like they believe in its health properties, and China is also a major importer from Vietnam also. The major supplying countries dragon fruit, which can be broadly categorized into three main hubs. Like one is Asia, one is Middle East and Europe, where the acreage is lesser, and the America, where it is originated. Like basically, it originated in Florida, but the area is not so huge there. So this crop has come and flourished, especially in Vietnam, Thailand, Taiwan, Malaysia, and that is why India here also becomes very much significant. So this pie chart can help us to look at the data, or like understand it in a better way. Here we can see the major chunk by Vietnam and China. Also the major importers. Vietnam is a major importer. After that, Malaysia comes, and Taiwan and Indonesia also contribute significantly. So now, if we see in India, see, although some of the farmers actually they brought this dragon fruit from outside, it came from Bangladesh also. It was introduced from Sri Lanka also. And when we interviewed many farmers, like some of them they went for some sports or some on tourism. So they bought some of the cuttings out of curiosity and they planted here. But the commercial plantations, they are very very recent. You can say that it hardly started only after 2018. So today, if the acreage is approximately around 4,000 hectares, so most of them, like more than 85%, they are new plantations which are less than 1.5 years old. These are the major areas, but this is a compilation from the institute. But apart from that, we have dragon fruit plantations, significant dragon fruit plantations in Punjab, Haryana. Now Odisha is also upcoming. We have done some large plantations in Madhya Pradesh also. So this is a compilation which was done based on the survey conducted. So here significant area is in Gujarat, and then now this Tamil Nadu and Telangana and Karnataka, there also the area is increasing rapidly. So based on this survey and estimate of the increase in its cultivation, it was done using statistical methods. So as it started recently, but owing to its nutritional benefits, the demand in international market, the area is like more than doubling every year. Since 2018, it's almost doubling. So it is projected that within next 5 years, there will be a significant increase in production of dragon fruit in India. Currently, we are importing like more than 95% of the dragon which is sold in India. It is being imported from majorly from Vietnam and sometimes from some other countries also. So in India, the major production season, it starts from like July, although in some places it will start fruiting from April, June also, but majorly we get the fruits from July up till the beginning of the winter season. Usually November is the last month. If we use artificial light, if we take some other advanced techniques, then it can be increased up till December. So apart from this, for other seasons, like for example, for New Year celebration, for we have these wedding seasons in North India in winter. So all that material which is consumed in winters, it is the imported material because Indian production is not available. So owing to India's strategic location, see, we have so many states and the agroclimatic conditions are diverse. So if a strategy is made, so the production from different states can be planned in such a way that India can supply throughout the year this dragon fruit to other parts of the world. This is a country-wise import in India. So our most, like almost 99, more than 99% of the material we are getting from Vietnam. So currently, exotic fruits in India is around 500 crore. As per another source, the market size is 3,000 because all these online reports, they are who is considering which channel. So there is a huge difference in the data which we receive online because till now it's a new crop. There is no systematic channel to get the information. So these are various estimates we have found from the internet. So fresh fruit imported in India is approximately 40 lakh ton annually, and the value is approximately 40 billions. So in this one, the exotic crop, this dragon fruit, now its proportion is also increasing every year. So to be the global leader, um, what makes India a very potential leader? So firstly, as we also touched few minutes back, the favorable climate in India, it is a big thing which we have. And then the low cost of production, huge land masses are available, the wastelands, the unirrigated, the area wherever lesser irrigated water is there. So many technologies can be established there and they can be converted. Like recently, government of Gujarat, it has launched a beautiful scheme where the farmers, entrepreneurs and any other person who want to do farming, they are giving the land on long term lease of about 30 years at a very nominal price, and they will be providing drip irrigation over it, and those lands they are giving only to those people who are who are willing to do horticultural crops under it. So according to one survey which we conducted, most portion of that land is going to be utilized for these exotic crops, and dragon fruit is going to be the major one from them. Apart from all these things, not only this climate and other things, but we have a large pool of consumers. Like as the cases of cancer and diabetes are increasing in India, and these two categories of patients are the most potential consumers of dragon fruit. So
Да.
this also makes
Есть
India a very
конфликт.
favorable place for dragon fruit business.
А почему у них вот эту гуану здесь не выращивают?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are quite audible. Let me ask a participant to put off the mic. Mr. Vasily, Organics, can you please put off your mic? I request the participants to all kindly put off your mics, please. Yeah, please go ahead, Dr. Sunila.
Okay, and apart from this, see, recently we have seen that Indian government is they have actually allowed 100% also foreign direct investment, especially for the food processing industry, because throughout the world right now dragon is a new crop, but it's already it has proven its worth. So we should utilize this opportunity along with the increasing the area of production and other things, as the fruit processing industry is also being motivated. So we have to be prepared with the value added products from dragon fruit, so that when these all new plantations come into full swing and the market is overflooded with the produce, we should be ready to convert it into value added products, and we should be able to cater to the world. So currently in India, the marketing channel, most of the produce, we are now like almost 99.9% we are selling directly only, and all these metro cities, because currently the retail price of dragon fruit is quite high and it is very variable. Practically, I have seen that the wholesale price, it ranges from 70 rupees to 110, 120 rupees, but the retail price, you can find dragon fruit fetching as high as 500 rupees a kg also. But the nominal price is 250 to 300 at a retail rate. But this price, the farmer is only able to fetch in the metro cities. But now these farmer groups, they are making very, very smart moves. We are motivating farmers to get grouped into FPOs. We have started some local advertisements and other, and we are motivating them to keep the prices nominal, because even if the farmer is able to get 100 or 110 rupees a kg, he is getting it is very, very profitable for him, because the cost of cultivation is not that high as compared to other crops. Only the initial cost of establishment is high, and sooner or later government will also be providing support for establishment. But now also we have practically seen that if the cost of initial establishment is distributed over 10 years, it hardly it equates with the other crops, and the profits are almost 5 times of any other normal crop which the farmers are growing. There are so many value added products which can be made out of this dragon fruit. So now I'll tell a little bit about how this DragonFlora is trying to fill the gaps, and what we are offering, how we are trying to catch or motivate people to, contribute towards this big dream of making India a global leader in dragon fruit industry. See, the major problems with the increasing the horticulture in India are the reducing availability of irrigation water, the deteriorating soil health, unsustainable and unprofitable farmings, and lower income per unit. If you talk to any farmer, these are the common problems which any farmer will tell us. For this, the government is also working very hard. Nowadays, we know that this organic is a buzz. Government is promoting organic farming in every way. So this dragon fruit, the beauty of this crop is that when we compare the organic production of dragon fruit with the chemical production of dragon fruit, it is almost at par. And the organic certified produce, it is getting almost double the price. So it is beneficial in current situation. It is very much fitting, and it is also beneficial for our soil and for our farmers also, and for our consumers also, because most of the targeted consumers for this crop, because it's not very, very sweet as compared to other fruit crops. So normally if we offer dragon fruit to a normal customer, until unless we are up with very high TSS varieties, only somebody who is ill or sick, like for example recently, that in last 5 years, if your platelets go down, if you have dengue or something, the doctor will recommend eat kiwi. Although this kiwi was not our fruit, it came from outside only, but just because of recommendation for dengue, malaria, chikungunya, the demand for kiwi, it increased, and also the companies, they systematically promoted it. So similar kind of strategy is required for this dragon fruit also, and we are working on similar kind of strategy along with the new farmers. For consumers, like people are looking for healthy natural alternative to stay healthy, and the demand for organic and non-GMO food is increasing, especially after this COVID. And the current alternatives are the high price organic products are there, overpriced natural health drinks are there. So if the farmer, the consumers, and the companies who can help the farmer and consumer to connect with each other and do some value additions, it can be a win-win-win situation for the consumer, companies, and the farmers. So these are different kind of activities which we are doing. Ours is a one-stop solution provider. So we are creating the awareness, we are providing the inputs, we are doing the buyback activities and marketing, and we are encouraging all the farmers and other people who want to come in this industry to follow these principles, so that we can help India to be a global leader. These are some of the pictures which are through our last short journey. Like, our company was established only in 2019. So during these last 2 years, we have been to Vietnam, some other countries. These are some of the pictures from the new growers in India. So because today's major focus is, we are only trying to see the scope. So like at least 22 countries, which are tropical countries only, right now they are only cultivating, but they have their own strategies. There are some plus for them and some minus for them. And when we asked these like Vietnam people, we met their the training institute is there, Sofari. So they have invented there, some varieties have been released. So we asked that we wanted to have those varieties to grow in India. They summarily denied. So because their economy is depending on these varieties. Similarly, Australia is also not allowing its varieties to go out of Australia. So, but in India, the pitfall is that whatever currently there are no named varieties. We have only some selections, and there is no rules and regulations. Nobody is watching what kind of planting material is there, how it is being propagated. No standardization was there. So our aim is to educate the farmers and the people, because somebody who is investing something like 4 to 5 lakh rupees per acre, if after 2 to 3 years they found that just because of not so good quality of planting material, they are not getting the desired results. So it is a huge loss, not only to the farmer, but I think it is a huge loss to the nation also. So because it's new everywhere, we should approach this crop strategically, and the government is also very much keen, and they are also trying to intervene so that we can make it a systematic development. This is not much relevant for this current this thing. So these are different kind of value added products which comes, like, this is a huge scope what we can do. Like this one picture of dragon fruit wine, it is it is a product from a self-help group which is making in Vietnam. So like this, all these crops are in so many products are there which are in individual businesses actually. So this was a little bit whatever things we compiled from the current scope and status. So I'm very much grateful for all to all of you for the patient hearing. So now I invite you if there are any questions, and we will restrict it only to this introductory part, because we have not touched anything related to its cultivation or some scientific thing. We can have another session for it. So this was only to understand and to connect with people who want to participate in India's movement to be a global leader for this dragon fruit production. Thank you very much, everybody, for a patient hearing.
Thank you, Dr. Sunila, for an excellent presentation with a very inspiring talk. I request now the participants to ask their questions. We'll also be posting the speaker's contact details in the chat window, so that if you don't have time to take up all your questions, you can contact the speaker separately also after the meeting. Okay, over to the participants for questions. The first question, I think it's from Mr. R. Yes, Mr. R.
Yeah, madam, thanks for sharing the presentation. Where is the market for this product? Who are the buyers?
Sir, as I shared that currently in the metro cities, people who like exotic fruits and who are health conscious people, they are looking for it. But the major potential thing which somebody should tap is the cancer patients, the diabetic patient, means like the hospitals actually, and the dietitians, the nutritionists. You can tie up with the local people in your city and you can motivate them. Because I tell you one practical example. For example, there is a small places are there in Maharashtra and Gujarat where we have our farmers. So 3-4 years back, they have to send their produce to Bombay. The travel cost was high because the transport was high, and then they have to wait longer for the payments. But now within these 3-4 days, but there they were getting very high price. Like for example, if somebody sends the produce to Bombay, in Bombay they were getting something like 300 to 400 rupees a kg. But the transport cost and the other preparations which the farmer have to do, so they were getting lesser margins. But in these 4 to 5 years, what those farmers did is they started educating people, and they started sharing their own. Because when you consume this dragon fruit, the health benefits are very very much visible. I'm telling you honestly from my practical experience. So you just give somebody to consume dragon fruit for 1 week, and he will become your permanent customer. The Indian dragon fruit, not the imported one. Because most of the people, they will complain that there is no taste. We have eaten dragon fruit, it was so costly, there is no flavor, no. But you try the Indian grown dragon fruit, which is harvested at a proper maturity level. The taste is fantastic. The aroma, it is rich in aroma, rich in taste. So everybody who eats it for one time, he will become your consumer. Currently, all these metro cities, you can contact Reliance Fresh, you can contact Walmart, and they are ready. If you have a large scale production, they are ready to pick up from your own fields also. And you can contact with DragonFlora farms also. Because we help all our farmers to connect with the market. We have various marketing channels, and we also do the processing. So whatever is left over, like which is not of good quality, which is fetching you good price, you can get it processed and sell it yourself, or you can sell through us also.
What types of fruits? What variety of fruits has a good market in India?
In Indian people, actually, firstly they want the red flesh one. Another thing, they want bigger and brighter fruits. So, but although in Europe and especially in Israel, they like the sweetness and the aroma more. So there, we asked for some of the varieties. They're very very small. But in India, the smaller fruits are not getting any price. They are hardly getting 25 to 30 rupees. But if the average fruit size is above 350 grams, and especially if it is like above 500 grams, it is fetching very good price. You can sell even one fruit for 100 rupees.
Is there a name for that variety? What varieties are there?
Sir, I tell you honestly one thing. All those people who are, making all these videos and other things of X variety, Y variety, right now there are no named varieties in India. All the patented, there are some royalty paid varieties, they are royalty free varieties. So in India, most commonly circulating planting material is a LS variety, which is basically from Florida. And there is Philippines red. Somebody will say C variety. Now 2 days back, one farmer called me, madam, I am having a D variety. I said, okay, very nice, we'll have all alphabets. But it's all fake. Variety means you should have some parents, you have done the hybridization and you have released something. So in India, most of we have the selections. So like I was in the field since last 10 years, directly involved since last 6 years. But the farmers with whom we were working, so we took their experience also. So we have done some field selections. From those selections, I have identified, like for example, if I talk personally about myself, I have got 7 different type of red flesh varieties, and 6 different type of white flesh varieties. Apart from I've selected two selections from them. From by like I was taking the scientific data since last 4 years, and I continuously watched them, what kind of fruits they are having. So we have tagged them, and now I call them DragonFlora White and DragonFlora Red. But because they are under evaluation, we have not applied for any variety registration. But soon they will be released as varieties. As such, there are no named varieties in India which we can, call our own varieties.
Right, thank you. Let me ask Mr. Ajit Chowgule to pose his question, please. Mr. Ajit Chowgule.
No, sir, right now, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, then one person. Yes, Mr. Abner.
Hello,
Mr.
how are
Abner?
you? Yes.
Dragon cuttings address question.
Dr. Sunila, thank you for the presentation, and I enjoyed seeing your presentation. I have one question, and my experience is that in India we need to have a, a
ऋषु पूछो उनसे।
आपने फोन क्यों किया था?
hello.
Yes, Mr. Abner,
Hello,
please
yes, sir.
continue.
The issue is there are two issues about varieties, and one issue is the plant protection of
हम आपको 15 मिनट बाद कॉल कर सकते हैं क्योंकि अभी हम मीटिंग में हैं।
the plant quarantine of India
अच्छा
that
आप इधर आ रहे हो?
hustle in bringing in plants.
Yes. Mr. Abner, 1 minute, 1 minute.
हाँ
We
फोन
are
पे ही है।
1 minute. Dr. Sunila,
Yes, sir.
there could be some background disturbances there from your mic, because Mr. Abner has been coming out with a question, not being now it's
Yes,
okay.
I can.
Yes, Mr. Abner.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could hear his question, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Abner, please go ahead.
My first dilemma is that about plant quarantine of India, how to bring in new varieties. The other thing is the IP, the intellectual property, or the what you call the what is you say in English, royalties to be paid, and the other thing was when we started dragon fruit in India, I believe that we smuggled in cuttings, and that is a big problem. Here in Israel also we say if the plant quarantine don't work with the farmers will smuggle cuttings from the places they want to import, and then you have a big plant protection problems. Then we have that in many imports we do. We are smuggling, farmers that did the smuggling. So this is my fear now in India, that if the plant quarantine doesn't work together with the institutes and the farmers, people will smuggle cuttings, and then we'll have big plant protection problems. So how can, what is your ideas about these things, Dr. Sunila?
Yeah, you are very correct, sir. And that is why, because see, I told you that we are proud to say that ours is a company which is headed by a technical expert, and we are trying to build a very ethical group, and we want to, come as a global leader in a very respectful manner, and we are trying to collaborate with everybody. So my first fear was exactly what you are saying. We went on an all over India survey, and we talked with many farmers. We saw what was the real situation. So people have smuggled it, and it not only happens in India, but it happens in many countries. Okay,
Sure.
Even we find so many on Facebook, so many people from Colombia, Indonesia, Malaysia, they are selling dragon fruit cuttings. We had a problem. That is why this dragon was not, all the government institute, they were not working on it, because importing cactus, because they consider dragon fruit in the category of cactus.
Right.
And we have some issues. The government do not allow import of cactus in India. So we tried, firstly we discussed all these issues with our government. So right now I'm working with Haryana government, because I'm a native of this place. So I came here, I shared my vision, sir, that see, this is the potential and scope which I've identified. And because this quarantine cost and importing the varieties, because the royalty paid varieties or even the royalty free varieties, if I want to get them legally, they are very, very costly affair. Like I talked with one of the Israeli companies that this kind of R&D we are doing, and we want to do it with doing some like collaboration with them. So the estimate which they gave me, it was huge. So being an entrepreneur in my individual capacity, it was out of scope. So we discussed with Haryana government. I shared the issue. So they said, okay, let us firstly do the groundwork. If this is really a potential crop, if it suits our climate, if the farmers will be beneficial, we are ready to go through the government channel. So now we are almost towards finalizing that MOU. It will be in PPP mode. The government is also getting involved, and I had a talk with the government officials in Mizoram and Nagaland also. So they are also ready to go, because we all want to do a fair business. We don't want to smuggle, and because tomorrow if we start selling the royalty paid varieties, we can never export them until unless we have the certificate that we are having a legal permission to sell it. So this is what we also teach all these things to all our new growers, because this is a very big problem in these parts of Asian countries. Especially there is a lot of smuggling in Bangladesh and nearby other places also. But our company, we are not taking anything illegal, because now also, like, as we wanted to increase our germplasm base, but we are going through the legal way. We are trying to do MOUs with different governments and the individual reputed companies, and we are finding out legal ways. And this is what we teach to our new growers also. And that is what we are trying to do for India.
Very nice, Dr. Sunila. I'm very happy with your thoughts and your work, and I wish you good luck. I just want to give you an example. A crazy farmer in Israel, he imported one cutting of cactus fruit from Mexico, and this almost destroyed all the cactus in Israel, because he smuggled in also a bug. So this is one thing that we have to make very clear, that when we import plants, we have to be very careful. And good luck to you, Dr. Sunila. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, next, Mr. Shirish has got some questions. Yes, Mr. Shirish?
All right, thank you. Sunila, hi, I'm Shirish calling from Hyderabad. So nice to have you, a comprehensive presentation. Just wanted to know, what is the supply and demand gap in India for dragon fruits? Thank you.
Huge supply and demand gap. See, the major scope that when you taste an imported dragon fruit and when you taste a fruit which is grown in India, the difference is quite visible. It's something which one should do practically, because when initially, because in first 6 months we were only promoting or trying to understand the market in India and trying to educate. So all those people, we call them upper middle class, or high class people who spend a lot of money on exotic things. So only they were the category who have mostly tasted these dragon fruits. Or in North India, we also have a trend of finding this dragon fruit in some high profile marriages. They will put it as a in salad. But all that dragon was the imported one, because they have to import, and being a heavy, the weight is high, the freight cost is high, so it will come through the sea route. So they harvest it before the perfect maturity. And being a non-climatic fruit, the taste and flavor do not develop much. So that fruit which we bring to India, and especially, I'm not very proud to share this thing, but we Indian wants, most of us, we want, fruits at a low cost. We want the cheaper ones. So whatever, even from this Vietnam, the fruit is coming, it is not the A grade fruits. We are getting B or in fact C grade fruits here. Most of the fruit the China is taking. They're very crazy about good quality fruits. So whatever A quality dragons are there in Vietnam, China takes it all. So when these fruits, which are not harvested on time, when they reach India after almost, you say, like 21 to 21 days or like more, so where can we find the flavor and taste? So all those people who taste dragon fruit for first time, and if they are unlucky to have those dragon fruits, and that comes for a high price, like if you pay something like $300 per kg, and if you don't find any flavor, not only you will buy again, but you will also share with your friends and family that don't eat dragon fruit, it's not worthy. So we find it very hard to sell our dragon fruit. then we have to offer them like, this is Indian grown, you please taste it. So I'm very happy to share that the fruits which we harvested from our fields in various states, let it be Maharashtra, Gujarat, or even Haryana, it is rich in aroma and flavor. And last year I could sell it for as high as 450 rupees a kg because of this demand and supply problem. Because we sent them the samples, they were so tasty. They said that, ma'am, even if you ask us 500 rupees, we are ready to give you in advance, kindly provide this dragon fruit to us. And it was organic, so the taste and the shelf life was also more. So demand and supply there is a huge gap. Only you should have the right kind of varieties. There is no proper scientific knowledge available about what kind of nutrition we should provide to it. We have to work upon it, because currently all those people who are making money in this dragon fruit are only those who are propagating, making the planting material and selling it. They don't know, they are not able to provide a hand holding to the new growers, or how to provide nutrition to them, what to do. So the farmers are not getting even the potential yield. For example, the technology which I have devised, we are able to get within first and second year, all the money is recovered, and we are easily able to get 3 to 4 tons of fruits per acre. But when I visited the older farms, even after 4 or 5 years, they are struggling to get some 3 to 4 tons. Most of them, I'm not telling that everybody is getting that, most of them, they are struggling to find it. So if they work upon the good quality planting material, if they follow the correct package of practices, if they work with right kind of technical people, they can increase their flavor, taste, and the consumer is ready to pay the price.
All right.
Good
Mr.
to know all
Shirish,
that.
you can
Yeah,
go to the
the
second part of your question.
thank you. I think the
Yeah.
best part of the dragon fruit is the dragon fruit juice. Yeah, it looks and tastes amazing. Yeah, I'd look forward to talk to you offline and take this discussion forward. Thank
Your
you. Good
second
luck.
part of the question, Mr.
Sure.
Shirish, how much will it
Yeah,
cost if you want to keep in storage and okay, Mr. Shirish wants to know how much will it cost to develop 1 acre of dragon fruit? What's the capex?
Okay, so again, it depends. Like usually, I recommend standard planting material. It should be at least 1 foot of mature cuttings. From that only, you kindly to buy only from the suppliers who are able to provide you that kind of planting material. The cost will be little bit higher, and if we take the cost of good quality planting material and these pillars and other things, approximately it varies from 4 lakh to 5.5 lakhs per acre. Because in Maharashtra we can find the cement pole and the ring structure for something like 350 to 400 rupees, but in Haryana the same structure I'm not getting it less than 600 rupees. So all these things are variable, but you should have something around 4 to 5 lakh rupees in hand to develop 1 acre of good quality dragon fruit. But if you invest this much, for sure it is going to start yielding from year one. If you want to wait for 2 years, then you can compromise on you can take the smaller cuttings. You will save something around say 40 to 50,000 per acre, but then you will have to wait for another 1 year. So it depends on your budget.
Thank you. More questions coming. This is a question from Mr. Mohan. What's the shelf life of the dragon fruit? I am having, and also second part is,
Okay.
I am having 3 cold storage in Andhra, and if we want to keep in storage, what's the temperature?
Okay, so sir, see, this dragon fruit, it's a hardy crop. The selections which I have, and I sell only these two. As I told earlier, also I have more than 10 collections, but only two collections I am, recommending to the farmers. These two have like more than 14 days of shelf life, even at normal room temperature. Because usually we get the fruiting during the rainy season, the temperature is comparatively lower. So I am able to keep them for 15. But in many publications, you will find, for example, the publication which I mentioned in my this presentation also, there also it is written that under Indian condition it remains good for 4 to 5 days. I don't agree with that one, because it's hardy crop, minimum shelf life. Even if you are able to provide it a temperature somewhere like 21 to 23, it will remain for almost 3 weeks. If you want to go in cold storage, don't store it below 13 degree of temperature. because it will get frost injury. So it doesn't require very low temperature unlike other crops, but then again it will depend on the varieties. Some varieties they have a very thin peel, some varieties they have a thicker peel. Okay, and all these questions, in detail, because today we just wanted to discuss the scope and other things, like how we all can come together, how we can, make all those preparations, how to identify the areas, how to go with it. But all these technical details, no, like we can take all these things in. We have a very lengthy, very exhaustive technical presentation also, so we can cover all these things in some other time.
Thank you. One question from Mr. Rao. When is the right time to plant?
Yeah. So again, because India is a very diverse climate, if you have drip irrigation, I recommend that you try to have a drip irrigation. So if it is a milder climate, like something around Bangalore or in South India where the temperature is mild, you can do the plantation throughout the year. Only we avoid, especially in North India, when there is extreme summer. Like here, the May June is very very hot. So we don't recommend farmers to go in May June because the plants will burn. Also, again in December end and January, the temperature falls below some 10 degree, and mostly it will remain 1 to 5 degree. We don't recommend planting at that time. So apart from this, throughout the year, if you have a drip irrigation system and if you are using ample quantity of organic matter, you can plant it any time of year.
Any part of the year. Okay.
Yes.
And again, one more question from Mr. Rao. Can we visit any of your farms in Hyderabad area if you have?
Sir, in Hyderabad, I don't have any farms. All the
Right.
new because my company is registered in Pune, but just before beginning of this COVID, I came to Haryana because we had an MOU with Haryana government. So right now we just wanted to establish it here. But I have farms in Orissa. We have some farms in Maharashtra, some farms in Gujarat. So all those farms you can visit. Till now in Hyderabad, I don't have any farm.
Thank you. Next question is from Mr. Ajit Chowgule. How much expenses and income one can get per acre, and whether you can provide consultancy from planting to production?
Yes, sir. As the name suggested, our tagline is one-stop solution provider for dragon fruit. We provide from quality planting material till agronomic support, hand-holding, and for marketing linkage also. If somebody wants to invest in 1 hectare or more, we can also do a contract farming with them. And apart from that, regarding the cost and other things, it all depends on what is your location, what are the resources you already have. So I approach the farmer with a very scientific approach, because it will be different from farmer to farmer. For example, if there is an established farmer, for example some 50-acre farmer, already he is doing other fruit crops and he want to extend some part in dragon fruit, for him it will be easy, the cost will be less because he is already having a farm manager, he is already having a team. But if there is a new person, he has a new fresh piece of land, then maybe firstly we have to do so many kind of developments to make it congenial for new plantation. He has to develop, so the initial cost will be more. And we take the farms on turnkey basis. And usually we say that, see, currently it is an investor's crop. You don't try to have small trial patches out of it. It will not be economically viable. So what I recommend is that somebody, if they have the budget, they should at least go for 5 acres. It becomes a very good agrotourism project, and you can attract the customer at your own farm, and we help you to make that kind of agrotourism, these dragon fruit plots. So
Thank
that is
you.
a very very economically viable model actually.
Okay. Mr. Ajit Chowgule wants to know where exactly you have a farm in Maharashtra.
In Maharashtra we have many farmers, sir, so it depends. Like where, like I have one farm in Wardha, it is on main highway. So
Anywhere near
we plant
Sholapur? Anywhere near
in
Sholapur?
Sholapur, sir. Already there are many old existing farmers. There are many good farms, and some of those people, they have done new plantations in last 2 years also. And many farmers in Sangola and Sholapur area, they were having the plot since last 10 years. So if somebody wants to go, they can connect with me personally. We can share their contact and they can go.
Right. There's one
So
question
any
from
also,
Mr. Coleridge, 1 minute. There's one question from Mr. Coleridge Shelley. He wants to know whether we can use pipes instead of concrete poles.
So many things you can venture, sir. Whatever material is available, no. Why we tell even these concrete walls we don't recommend now, because in India, especially in places where the temperature goes very high and very low, so that is causing that. Just a minute, sir. Okay, you can talk to them. उनको address बता दो.
अरे वो इधर आ चुके हैं.
हाँ किसी और को दे दो. Sorry, actually some consignment is arriving, so those people are asking for the address. So where were we? What was your question, sir?
Poles, concrete poles.
Yes, pipes. Okay. Yes. So the timber, like especially in Northeast India and many people from Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand, they asked me, in Uttarakhand also, they said that, ma'am, we have these wooden logs. Can we use? I said, see, if you already have it,
Dr. Sunila, we have lost your audio. Dr. Sunila? Participants, please hold on. We'll be checking with the speaker. Mr. Brito, please hold on. I will call you out for the question. Dr. Sunila? Participants, please hold on. The speaker is likely to log in again. Dr. Sunila, can you please unmute yourself? Dr. Sunila, you can hear me? Dr. Sunila, you can hear me?
Network lost actually here. Suddenly started. Can you hear me now?
No, yeah, we can hear you, but you are not on the camera. That's okay. If you are not comfortable, okay. You are not on camera, but we can. You are audible. Okay, next we will move on to. I think you have answered the question on the polls. Okay, next we will move on to Mr. Joseph Brito for his question.
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank you,
Sunila,
Lakshmipati.
1 minute, Mr. Brito. 1 minute, Mr. Brito. Yes.
Sure.
Dr. Sunila, you are available? Dr. Sunila, you are ready to take a question again? Dr. Sunila? Dr. Sunila, can you please unmute yourself? Can you hear me? Dr. Sunila, can you hear me? Dr. Sunila? No, we are not hearing you. Dr. Sunila, you can hear me? You can put off your camera. Let's see whether he can hear you. Participants, please hold on. Yes, Dr. Sunila, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. Now I. Yeah.
Okay. Please take a question from Mr. Joseph Brito. Yes, Mr. Brito, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lakshmipati. Thank you, Dr.
Yeah,
Sunila, for
welcome.
a very good presentation. I have just two questions. One is about the standards. Usually they use concrete pillars or solid wood. What about live tutors? Any experiments have been done on that aspect?
Hello.
And we find, can you hear me, please?
Sir, kindly come again.
Yeah, see, regarding the standards, mostly they use these pillars or wood or some other places. They also use live tutors because the cost of the cultivation is mainly high because of this standards. So if some live standards or something which is less expensive has been experimented, it would be nice. And also this cost of cultivation can be reduced by using GAP, good agriculture practices, and GHP, good handling practices. What is your take on these 2 points, please?
Okay, sir, am I audible now?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
you
are
are.
very clear. Very clear.
Yes, yes. I have turned off my camera just to see me because this
Please go
network is
ahead.
not
Please go
poor.
ahead. Please
Yeah,
go
not
ahead.
So
necessary.
I could
Go
hear
ahead.
the question partially. What I understood is that sir wanted to ask about like this artificial light and some other ways of like inducing flowering. Am I right?
No, 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 not reducing flowering. How to
Reducing
reduce
the
the
cost.
cost?
Uh-huh.
See, the cost of
Okay. How to
cultivating
reduce the cost?
dragon fruit is very high. So there are two things. One is the standards. Have a live standards, live tutors instead of concrete pillars or solid wood. Secondly, agriculture practices, good agriculture
Yes.
practices, GAP and GHP, good handling practices. These can reduce the cost of cultivation greatly because then the farmers will be encouraged to go in for dragon fruit cultivation.
There
Other
is a lot of
participants, please put off
from
your
somebody's
mic.
mic.
Yeah, please go ahead. Dr. Sunila?
Oh, Mr. Joseph. Yeah, Mr. Joseph. Um,
Yeah.
see, although these questions they are actually not under the scope of today's presentation, but still it as because see these all production related questions. They will consume a lot of time. There are so many research publications available online also. But just to share, because you have put up the question, I'll tell you. Firstly, this is a wrong notion that the cost of production of dragon fruit is high. It is not at all high. Only, and another thing, when you want to grow it for yourself, okay, like whatever material is available. For example, in my own current research farm, what we had that we had an old this greenhouse structure. We had a lot of GI pipes. So what I have done is that because those were waste for us, we didn't want to sell them. So we wrapped them with a jute bag and it made a very nice system. And for me, because I will not consider it as a cost of production for at least me. But when you make a technical report, the kind of revenues which we are generating from the dragon fruit, the kind of price it is fetching in current market, the cost of cultivation is not at all high. Another thing is that some people are recommended in like using artificial lights for extending the growth period and all those things. There are many chemicals, there are many hormones, there is lot of research and recommendation on the internet also available. But because it is a commercial crop, all the consultants all the technical people who do all this research, they have their own formulations. So when you want to do it on a large commercial scale, you can keep some of the technical people in your team, because it's always a teamwork, so they can easily take care of it. But then again, because I am mostly promoting organic farming, so we usually do not encourage use of hormones, because when I went to Vietnam, I saw that they are intensively using plant hormones also. That is why their fruits are very large, shiny, and that kind of thing. So again, it depends from person to person. If you just want bigger, brighter fruits, and if you don't have any problem in using the hormones and other chemicals, you can always go for it. But I prefer to go the organic way. If we are using the organic production, even if my cost of production is high, I am getting a very, very high price for it. Like if you have a certified organic dragon fruit, people are ready to pay up to 400 to 500 rupees a kg. So I don't think the cost of production is high. And regarding the substitute material, because I was answering it to the other speaker when I got offline, is that especially in Northeast or some other places where some other kind of material like these wooden logs, or in South,
Yes, Doctor. Dr. Sunila has gone off again. Dr. Sunila?
and nutrition, nothing else. And this
Okay.
trellis system, to all the new farmers, to reduce the cost of production, I think we should go for this trellis system, where with the same cost of this support system, like approximately 45% of the cost in dragon fruit in first year is of this support system. So if you go for the trellis system,
Okay, maybe Dr. Sunila is finding it difficult to, pull on with the network. Dr. Sunila, you have a difficulty in the network?
yeah, sir. Actually, here it has started raining, and storm has started. So that is why
Okay, we'll
our
do one thing. Dr. Sunila will end up the session with one question. Other questions can be directed to the speaker directly for any production related information. One question from Mr. Ajit Chowgle, we just answer and we will end up. Oh, can one take it as an intercrop? He wants to know. With that question, we'll end up the session.
Yes, sure. It's a wonderful question, and I'm very thankful to the speaker who has put it, because many farmers daily ask the same question. The answer is no, you should not. If you want to go for a commercial cultivation of dragon fruit, and if you want, because later on when the production will be high, if you are able to maintain the quality, you may want to export it also. Kindly don't go for the intercrop. Or also many farmer will ask, oh, it is like a cactus, can we put it as a fencing? The answer is no. If you want to harvest commercial fruits, kindly consider it as a solo crop and go for high density plantation. Because the whatever the cost, see, I'm telling you very, very practical thing from our own practical experience. Even if you are investing something like 5 lakh rupees the initial establishment cost, with the correct technical approach, we are able to recover this cost within 2 years. And from the third year itself, for rest of your 27-28 years, you are getting handsome profits out of the crop. So, and when you compare it to the other crops, they will start yielding from third or fourth year, most of them. So don't hurry up, don't go for intercrop, because when these dragon will come into their full potential, like you can reach up till 16, 17 tons per acre also. So at that time you will feel that why we have done this intercropping, because it will interfere actually. And its requirement, the spray schedule, the nutrition schedule, it will not match with other crops. So I prefer or I recommend to take only a solo crop of dragon fruit.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sunila. I think the production related questions from Mr. Mohan may please be directed to the speaker directly so that she will take more time and she can answer with more details. Now we have now completed the round of questions. I like to thank Dr. Sunila Kumari on behalf of Agriculture Information for taking the time to speak with us with a very excellent and comprehensive presentation. I now request the organizer of the meeting, Ms. Rajini Jain, to please close the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lakshmipati. I like to thank the speaker, Dr. Sunila Kumari, for taking the time to talk with us. I also like to thank all the participants for their time. Have a good and very safe weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.